Hey everybody, welcome back to Behind the Crew. On today's episode, I have Electra Tyll. And in today's episode, we talk a little bit about how her friends Jay and Isabel got her on her first reality show. We talk a little bit about women in an almost male-dominated area of the industry. And we talk about her film, Supernatural Surveyors, which I actually have a note here. In the episode, we actually talk about it coming out in April, but it actually comes out February 24th, and I actually have the link to the trailer. I'll put it in the summary of this episode, so that'll be enough for me, and enjoy today's episode. Can you tell everybody your name and what you do?
My name is Electra Tyll, and I would say an aspiring A2, but an A2, yes.
Okay. Can you explain in detail, like, what you do on set as an A2?
An A2 is pretty much like, in like smaller terms, easier terms, is like I'm the AC of audio. I help out with audio, anything audio, mixers, miking up cast, talent, whatever, switching batteries, that kind of stuff, like AC stuff, but audio. It's It's like the easier way to explain it, because like a lot of people don't understand like what an A2 really is. They're just like, oh, you're just there, kind of.
Yeah, at the time in the beginning, I didn't know what that was either.
Yeah, that's just the easiest way to explain it is AC for audio.
Yeah, that does make it. I mean, that breaks it down easier for me, at least. How did you get into this line of work that you're in now?
I actually went to school I didn't graduate because long story, don't want to get into it, but I went to school, and then I just pretty much just started talking to people about like getting jobs and stuff, but I had always had a want to get into film. I didn't know how, like it was in camera, audio, producing, whatever. I always wanted to get into film. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I mean, I didn't go to school for it, but I started off as a PA and took basically any job I can get my hands on, even to the point of where like I wasn't even getting paid for it. Mm-hmm. I would just do it so I can get the experience and learn more on set. So I also don't, it's just a personal opinion, I also don't think you need to go to school for it. But yeah, I mean,
a lot of people, like, that's their consensus nowadays, is you don't really need to go. Like I'm grateful that I went, because I made a lot of connections and a lot of really good friends that helped me like get to where I'm at. But I pretty much like paid for connections at that point. Like the program was great. One of my teachers was amazing. But like, yeah, if I knew how to get PA gigs without school, I would have went that route.
Yeah. It's just, in my opinion, you know, you going to school and you learning all this stuff, you're not really learning on the field. Mm-hmm. So you're learning with like the definitions of terms are, and maybe you're getting a little hands-on work, but yeah. I think the real thing there is getting a connection of people and getting the network going, and then that allows you to get more work and more work and more work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like a lot of film schools, they're teaching you how to be a director. Like they're not teaching you about cameras, they're not teaching you about audio, none of that stuff. Like it's kind of frustrating, because like I don't, that's not what I aspire to be as a director. I don't aspire to do that. Like it's fun, but it's a lot of work, and directing is not, I don't know. it like school needs to teach you a lot more, because I've worked with people, like new people who just graduated from school, and they don't even know like proper like walkie etiquette, and you're like, you didn't learn this in school, like basic stuff.
Yeah, that should have been a first thing you learn, or not maybe the first thing, but it definitely should have been taught to them. Even when the simple like terms like a C47 and baby clamp and all these random terms that you think like what the hell these are.
Yeah.
Like that's the terms that we call them. Mm-hmm. So they should know that. Yeah,
because it's like somebody to be like, because even now with being in film, I use film terms in my everyday life with regular people, and they'll be like, I'm like, can you hand me that C47? And they're like, you mean the clothespin? I'm like, how dare you? Like, it is not called that. Don't call it that.
Yeah, my wife hears me like constantly, like when she's talking to me, I'm just like, yeah, copy that. And then she's like, what? I'm like, you need to know this. I'm stuck in it. So many times I've like, when I first got into the industry, it took me a while to not do that. To like, I did that to my mom once, and she's like, don't you ever do that? Like, da-da-da. Like, I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm still, oh my God. She thought you were talking back to her.
Yeah. She was like, can you do that? I was like, copy that. No, she was like, don't you do that? Why would you say that? I was like, I'm sorry.
What did you do anything before this line of work? Like, obviously you went to school for it, but did you have a job before this that wasn't production? Like, were you doing like a regular 9 to 5 or?
Yeah. So I'm actually still pretty fresh in the industry. Like, this is my second year in the industry. So I'm fresh, baby. Like, and before that I did customer service. I used to work at Skechers for like 3 years, and then I hated that job, so I traveled for a year overseas, and then I came back. Yeah.
You hated Skechers that bad?
Yeah, I hated it so bad I had to like move the country, like leave fully. But yeah, and then I came back and I became an Uber driver for like 4 years, because I hated 9 to 5. So that gave me like a little bit of freedom to basically do like this pretty much.
Yeah. I can't do the 9 to 5 anymore.
No. I literally, if someone was like, we will give you $1 million a year to do 9 to 5, I'd still say no.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd be like, nah, dude. That sounds awful.
Like, yeah, I like money and all, but there's a certain point where I'm just going to say no, because it's not something I want to do.
Yeah, because like the thought of like sitting behind a computer or like in an office all the time just sounds awful.
It definitely does. Because
you don't get the experiences that like we get when you are in a 9 to 5.
No, I mean, we get it's not all glamorous, but the cool things about it is that we actually do get to, travel. We get to, even though we work a 10 to 12 day, we still are having fun, because it's not like you're not going to get in trouble with your boss for being on your phone and like going to go grab something to eat really quick, or you lost track of time and you're talking to other people from work. Like, you're like, you have a walkie on. So like, if they need you, they'll call you and you're good to go. Like, you won't get in trouble with your boss for sitting at the water cooler.
Right. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, and then there's the other stuff of, yes, you do get to travel, but then you're stuck in these dirt ass motels. But
yeah.
So it's not all glamorous, but and then you get some celebrities that are kind of dicks, but you're still around them, so it's kind of cool.
Right. You're like, that guy's a dick, but I still get to go home and tell people I was around so and so, and then they like freak out. Like, it's crazy.
I get to say that I still work with them.
Right, exactly. So. They weren't the greatest, but
yeah. I don't know. I can't, like I said, I can't do 9 to 5. I just can't handle it. I like being able to, and I was talking to some other people on the episode last week, was like, the whole 9 to 5, you don't get to just, be yourself. Like, you don't get to dress how you want. You don't get to have your hair or piercings or tattoos how you want. You know what I mean? It's all still kind of considered I guess, in a gray area of corporate. So like you still have to be all the picture of what they want.
Yeah, like a hoity-toity kind of. Yeah.
So, and then being on set, you get to be yourself and be free, and you get to wear whatever you want, do whatever, you know what I mean? To a certain extent.
Because we're all like weird, quirky artists, so we're just like trying to express ourselves as much as we can.
Yeah.
While creating art.
Yeah, especially the people in the art department.
Oh my God, yeah. Art department people are so fun though. Like they're so interesting to watch them. Like the way that they work is so interesting. Because me, no, I couldn't. Like people who just like put together like period pieces and they have to like go and like hunt for stuff from the 1800s and like make sure it looks like that, and then I'd be like, nah,
I can't do that either.
I would go to like one vintage shop and just be like, oh well, I couldn't find it, so
knowing me, I'd probably go to a bunch of antique shops and then get carried away with stuff I'm looking for.
right
And then be like, oh yeah, I couldn't find it. I found some other cool shit though.
I've done that so many times where I go like shopping, like crafty, being a PA, and then I'm like, ooh, this looks good, and I like put it like for me, but I don't like buy it on there, but I like buy it myself kind of thing. I
used to do that all the time when I was a PA on The Ultimate Fighter. They would always have me go out on the runs. For some reason, I was always the quickest one, but it got to the point where like I was like, oh, I have to go to Walmart for something. I'm like, oh, you need a run? And then, I'm already going to buy like, I don't know, 60 little cabinet container organizer things. And I'm like, yeah, I need to go to Walmart, and I need to go buy some shit.
Right.
I mean, obviously, like you said, I'd use my own card, but that gave me the time to go out and get my errands done too.
Yeah, exactly. So. You're like, I do need to do light grocery shopping, so I'm just gonna do this now while I go and buy 50 pounds of steaks for fighters. Like,
I mean, and you can still buy cold stuff and just use the fridge.
Right, exactly. Oh, this is for my lunch.
It works out pretty good that way.
God.
So you worked at Skechers, you left, you went travel a little bit, then you went to school for film, decided to, I don't know if you decided to, but you ended up not finishing, and then you got into the work of production, and you were a PA for what, like a year?
So I kind of got really lucky with my first.
I was just about to say something. So.
Oh no! What were you gonna say?
Oh no! I was just saying it's super. It's showing that you've got an improvement and you have your head on right. But there's a lot of people that I know that aren't PAs anymore, and they got into the roles that they're in now, and that's where they want to be. But it took them like, anywhere from 4 to 8 years to get out of being a PA to get where they want. So hearing your story of being, fresh and 2 years into it and you're already A2ing is huge. So
yeah, like when I was in school, one of the first classes that I took was an audio class, and I just fell in love with audio. And so I got lucky because one of my friends, Isabel and Jay, they like helped me get on Street Outlaws, which was like my first gig ever. And the person who was running it, like the coordinator who was running it at the time, she was like, what do you want to do? And I said, oh, I want to be an audio. And so at the time, the audio suit needed an audio PA. So they were like, well, she wants to do it, so teach her how to do it. And then I just kind of got really lucky with like getting a lot of connections in audio. And then the thing too, like for anybody who's like a PA starting out, you need to figure out what you want to do first and then just start talking to those people. And that's pretty much what I did, was like, I want to be in audio, so I'm going to like annoy all the audio mixers, ask them questions, these things, because that's what I want to do. So like, why not?
Yeah. I knew I wanted to be an operator before I even figured out a way of how to break into this industry as well. But I think the difference of me and you was, at the time when I started, was I was still in the middle. I guess I would be in the middle of the age of where the operators and the other ACs that would be willing to help me learn. I was just right in that transition of there's a group of people that don't want to teach you because they're afraid that you'll take their job from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the other position as well of, yes, there's a group of people that'll teach me how to do it because they're okay with helping because they want everybody to do what they want to do.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I think that's why it took me so long to get out of being a PA and finally into at least the department that I want to get into. So yeah, that was really cool that Jay and Isabel wanted to help you out, and then the coordinator threw you into Audio's world on Street Outlaws. That was pretty cool. That was definitely didn't go my way on that one.
Yeah, I think too. What kind of sucks for like cameras low-key oversaturated. Like everybody is really interested in cameras, which is fine. Like I'm interested in cameras. Like I would love to be an AC. I think it would be interesting, but like there's not very many like audio people. Like people are constantly looking for audio people because I think nowadays people are realizing that audio is really a big part of film. And so like when you have shitty audio, people aren't going to watch your stuff. So there's not very many like people wanting to be in audio. So I think that's another thing too. Like I got lucky that it's not an oversaturated market and they're looking for more like females to join audio. So it helped me out a little bit with that. But I think camera is just a little bit more oversaturated than audio.
Yeah.
So
well, and it's not every day that you get to see or hear that there's a female in a male-dominated department of like camera, audio, tech, stuff like that. I mean, you see a lot of females in the production side, the producer side, and the art side, and all that stuff. But for some reason, I think I know the reason. I'm assuming, but every time I do see a female that's audio or camera department, I'm like super happy because. And I'm also super intimidated because I already know going into it that they're going to be better than me. I don't know why. It's every chick that I've ran into in my department or audio department. They're fucking smart as shit. So, and I always like seeing them because they're badass. Yeah. Like they're so on top of their shit that they know what they're doing. Yeah. So then I come in and I see them and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no.
And I'll just go over here, sit in the back and not talk for a second.
No, don't do that.
I get all intimidated, and then they turn out to be really cool. So
yeah, most of the women who want to be in female-dominated like industries are badasses. Like they're cool, they're chill. Like they're just like I don't give a shit, dude. Like I'm cool. And I just want to hang out and be like one of the bros. Like, yeah, it's like nothing like that at all. Like, I personally, I'm happy. I'm very grateful that there are a lot of like audio soups who are becoming more like, yeah, like bring on the females, bring on the women because I know that they can get shit done. Yeah. Type of thing. Like one of the gigs that I worked last year in the Dominican, my audio soup, he had 4 women on his team. 2 of them were mixers and then there was me. And that was like, I was like, dang, you have like more women. Like it was almost like evenly matched with how many women to men were on his team because he was like, I don't care that you're a woman. I just know that you can do what you need to do. Yeah. Which was great.
So I know you explained a little bit about what being an A2 is, but I mean, what is a typical day for you as an A2, like from beginning to end? How would you describe that?
I guess everyone is gonna say it's different from day to day, but
I mean, it is, but
yeah, but like as like a general thing, it's just a lot of like taking care of like mics for cast and crew or cast and talent depending on who you talk to and what they call it, but yeah, it's just a lot of that, and like making sure like antennas are in the proper spot, or if they need to get moved, or if someone's mic is freaking out, you got to change a frequency or something like that. It's a lot that goes into it, but it's just mostly like just taking care of equipment, making sure it's working right, and then listening to your supervisor or mixers or something and helping them out with whatever they need.
So you're basically in charge of miking the talent den. That's one of your other main jobs, right? Yeah,
that's like a big part of it for sure, is miking up talent and stuff. Like on Fighter, we make necklaces for them, so we don't really have to worry too much about it, which is great. But like, they're fighters and they like mess with their stuff, and they don't really know how expensive the equipment is.
Yeah.
So
they've jumped in the pools a lot.
Oh God. I don't know how many times I've been on a set and someone is like, I'm gonna jump in the pool, and I like sprint out of the tech room and I'm like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare. Take your mic off. Like, it's so bad. But yeah, like on the last thing that we worked on Slap, I think one slapper fighter, he literally went through 3 mics, and I had to yell at him every time. I was like, are you shitting me?
I think I know who you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. He's great though. I like, most of those guys are great, but
I think it was the thing that they couldn't handle, being inside of a house and being locked up for 2-3 weeks, whatever.
Yeah. That show, I don't know if this will probably be out before it's out or after it's out.
After, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, people are in for a treat when they watch that show. I still need to figure out how to watch it because I don't have cable, but
I think it's, I got to check too, but I'm assuming it's on Sling. I have Sling, so I think if it's on there, I can help you out if you don't have it or anything.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Because I want to watch it too.
I want to watch it so bad. I just want to relive.
Yeah.
Relive the amazing power slap.
That was so many. Oh man, there were so many fights on it.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's especially the one where I was actually on the floor. I was swapping a camera battery out.
Oh no!
And swapping media, and I just look up, I look behind me, and I was like, "What's all the yelling?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "I've always wanted to see this, but
right." But then you're like, "Oh no, I don't want to see this anymore. I'm good."
I'm like, after the 5th or 6th fight with the guy, I'm like, okay, well,
it's the same guy.
Yeah, I'm a little done with it.
Yeah, after like his 2nd time, I was like, bro, come on. Like now you have an issue. You have a problem. You need to get help.
Now, yeah, it was just, all I can say, it was actually, it was a, I don't know. I personally had a lot of fun working on it.
I did too. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because the guys that were on Slap, the cast is a lot more like crazy than like the tough guys. But the tough guys are great too. But like the Slap guys are characters, so they're just like a lot more interesting to like have fun and talk with and hear their stories, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, it's because the fighter, in my opinion, the fighters have, they're training for it, so they don't want to do anything that will mess them up. As opposed to the slappers, it was first season they're just saying, I don't give a fuck. I don't even know what to do. Like I don't know what's proper or not and stuff like that. So
right, yeah, it's just a bunch of it was just like a bunch of guys that just like. Fratty guys, chain smoking, and just like the concept of like someone saying, okay, I will get paid to get slapped in the face, stand there and take it and be fine, is a whole different character of person. Like, you couldn't pay me enough to get slapped. There's no shot. That is disrespectful. To get slapped is a sign of disrespect. And for you to just stand there and just be like, yeah, let's do it.
I did that for you when you slapped me.
No, that is different because I was making a joke and you were like, yeah, let's fucking do it, dude. Like,
I did it for when I was shooting the post fight interviews, and then Eddie came around and was trying to get everybody to get slapped by the little hand. And Jay was with him. And I was like, yeah, I'm not getting slapped by that little thing. I was like, if I'm going to get slapped on camera, I'm going to get slapped on camera by a real person. So Jay took it upon herself and slapped me on camera.
Did she slap you as hard as I did?
I don't think she wanted to try to hit me as hard as she did, but she did pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she laughed about it, so I was laughing too.
I definitely held back because I was scared. I was really scared. Because, like, we just watched these people, like, slap each other and get knocked out. Like, I was scared.
It still would have been funny, though.
No!
That was my whole thing, is it's, getting knocked out, it's funny to me.
It's not funny.
So, if I were to get knocked out by you or Jay, that would have been a nice story.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't you want to tell people that you knocked somebody out by a slap?
No.
Well, I guess that's just me.
No. I hope you insert a clip. I will send it to you.
Yeah, I
have the full one.
You have the full one?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The one Rihanna did.
I'll definitely throw that one in there then. Yeah, I got to throw that one in there.
2.
We'll just make it a tradition after during tough slap rap. After tough raps, we'll do it.
I gotta and tell you, yeah, it was definitely a different show as opposed to Fighter was, because I mean it's just a whole nother world. But I have fun on both of them, so I was very happy to work on that one.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm just watching in person. Oh my God. I've never it was funny because it wasn't funny. It was funny, but not funny. But because we did the stuff in March, so it was like, oh, this shit is going to be insane.
Yeah.
And then we come back and do it again. And then it was like, this is gonna be crazy, and I think I kind of forgot how bonkers this was, and when I saw the first person get knocked out again, I was like, oh, I don't like this is bad, oh my, I was like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I guess I'd be the ones that watch this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I watched it on YouTube, but it got to the point where when we were shooting the finals, the fights, the final slaps, I had to leave the room because I didn't want to get in trouble for laughing so hard. So there was a couple that I don't know if you saw me, but I was darting out.
No, I didn't see you.
Yeah, I had to push people out of the way because I didn't want to laugh.
Oh no!
It's honestly, it's funny to me. I think it's because I grew up in the whole Jackass era.
Oh yeah.
And wanting to do that, so it's fucking comedy to me.
Yeah, it's just the fact that throughout the whole season you were trying to get Gary to put you on season 2, and Gary was just no.
That wasn't me. He kept coming up to me.
Oh, I thought you were asking him.
Well, I did it I was fucking around because I didn't think they actually needed someone, but somebody canceled last minute or whatever, and he kept he's like, all right, man, you're gonna have to fill out some paperwork and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I got this, I'm in. And he just kept coming up to me and saying that, and I was like, yeah, dude, I got this, I'm in. And then at the end of it, he was like, I was never gonna do that, you're in a different weight class than these people. And then he's like technically you're in the weight class, but looking at you and looking at this other guy that's the same size or same weight as you, he would fucking murder you. And I was like, who was it? And I looked at the picture and I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to.
Was it someone who was on it?
It was someone who was on it. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, yeah.
But it was, I saw it and I was like, hey, fuck that. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't.
You're like, ooh, thanks, Gary. Thanks for saving me on that one.
It's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I mean, it would have been funny, but I think I actually would have been injured, like brain trauma on that one. So I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm good.
God.
I still will throw it out there. But.
Yeah. Like, if you can get somebody who's not as big, like, and scary. Because those guys are big and scary. They're big.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, it's weird because I was in the weight class of the heavyweight. And then seeing the heavyweights, and I'm like, holy fuck, these are heavyweights. What am I doing here?
Oh, now knowing that it was a heavyweight class? No.
Yeah.
You would have got your face
I would have gotten rocked.
Yeah. You would have probably head trauma.
Exactly. I wouldn't been able to handle it. It would have been nice to have the footage, but
no,
it's just something I wouldn't be able to. I don't think I probably would have recovered from that one.
Yeah, it's not worth your mental like health for that.
Gary was trying to be nice and said that too. He's like, "You're gonna fuck up your day and your life doing that. Don't do it." He's like, "I actually like the work you do, so don't."
Oh, how nice!
Caught him in a nice moment.
Oh, Gary.
But I mean, so going through all this and stuff of what I said before is, do you think, in your opinion, your job is pretty stressful on set?
I think everyone's job is stressful. I don't think I think my job can be stressful if I let it. It's just when you're an A2, it's a lot of like getting in the flow and like guessing what's gonna happen next. Because like the last thing like an audio soup wants is to tell you every time when to do things. So it cannot be stressful.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the same routine all the time, except for like maybe a fight day or some weird fluke, like someone special comes in, like, oh, so and so wants to come in and film today, like just little stuff like that, like. But yeah, it can be stressful, but if you let it,
if you allow it to be,
yeah, that's
what I'm trying to get over that too. It's some jobs like this, the when we work on Fighter, I'm not stressed at all.
Yeah.
But like other jobs where it's like they have me doing all these other types of other jobs on the scale that I'm not even supposed to be doing, but I do it because I have to, then that gets a lot of stress right there added. But I typically try to not let it stress me out too much. Mm-hmm. But like Gary mentioned before, I really don't have a habit of smiling or looking like I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
But most of the time I am. That's just how my face looks.
Yeah.
So
I think when people get to know you, they kind of know like, oh, Dylan's chill. Like, yeah, that's just Dylan. Like, I know like I have another friend on set, and you know him. He's like a big guy.
Oh yeah.
He always straight face. But
no, me and him get along all the time.
Yeah, because you guys are very similar. Like you guys both like are like it takes a lot for you guys to like laugh and like, but you're listening and you're having fun. Like you would know when you're pissed off and not having a good time.
Yeah, I usually try to sit to myself when I'm pissed off. I don't typically try to bring it in with me, but if I do, I'll usually like just one word answers, and I'll try to sit over by myself somewhere alone, so I'm not like bringing the mood down or anything.
Yeah,
like I know when I should, act better, but
right.
The outside world of stress and trying to not bring it in, and you bring it in anyway, it kind of fucks with you. But
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think it's just a learning curve.
Yeah, that's life though. But like,
yeah,
it sucks when like people bring in their own drama into work because it just ruins everything. It ruins everybody's day. Like I've never been like that. Like when it goes back to like being stressed out, like I don't let myself get stressed out because like that just doesn't help anybody.
Yeah. Like
when people are like in situations and they start freaking out, I'm the one who's like, okay guys, just take a second, relax. Like, because there's no point. Like the time it takes you to freak out and have a panic, you could have had this fixed and figured out. Like it's not that hard. Yeah,
it's just, I mean, stress. My job is stressful at times, like you said, but it's I think it's just the way that you try to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is the bringing the stress in. That's why I usually don't talk, and then also that's why a lot of people think I'm always pissed off.
You're just an ass, yeah.
But I think it's just been holding that in for so long, and so many days that my face is just like this, and that's how my body is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, like, I don't know, like just sitting like that. But then you'll ask me a question, I'm like, hey, what's up? What?
Yeah,
and then get into it. So
for sure,
it's something that I got to work on and try to, I guess, be more outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is the word on set. But
acknowledgement is the first step. That's all it is.
Boom, nailed it.
End it now. End it. Clip it.
Clip it. Is being an A2 something that you like doing and you want to keep doing, or you want to graduate and get into something more?
No, I love A2ing, honestly. Like, mixing sounds like fun, but I've like messed with rigs before, and I've just like been like, oh, this is a lot.
Yeah.
And I try not to stress, back to what I was saying, but I think I like the A2 aspect a lot more, because when you're in A2, you're a lot more personable with people. Like, you're miking up people, and you get connections with these people, and then they become like your short-term friends for a little bit, because also, like, I'm the only one here that you can talk to, because I'm the only one who's like, hey, like, how's your day? Like, what'd you have for breakfast? Even though I really don't care, I'm just getting an audio, making sure your levels are good. Like, yeah. But I also do care a lot about, like, the people, and I think that it's so funny because, like, again, I'm still very fresh in the industry, and a lot of people make fun of me because I still, like, care about people. Yeah. Like, when I was working on that gig in the DR, they, like, the mixers and stuff were, like, making fun of me because I had already, like, learned everybody's names and all this stuff, and like, oh, that's so and so, and they're like, how do you know this already? I was like, because I don't know, like, I talked to them, I like got to know who they were a little bit on the first day, and like, and then I start, like, I worked the day, and then I would go home at night, and I would hear about the night stuff, and I would be like, oh, what happened with so and so, and they're like, why do you care? And I'm like, because I want to know. Like, I do have, like, a reality guilty pleasure, so it's very fun to, like, see it all unfold in front of me. Yeah, I
mean, so you like watching TV, you like watching reality shows.
Yeah.
It's so surprising because there's a lot of people out there. I do too. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of people that work in this industry and they don't watch TV and they don't like it. I mean, I can understand why, because it's like you looking at your job every day, but I mean, that's why I got into the business. Right, yeah. Because I like movies and TV and I wanted to be part of it.
No, yeah. Like, before I got into the industry, like in high school and stuff, like, I would watch a movie and then immediately be like, BTS behind the scenes.
That's
like,
what I did.
That's all I watched. And I would be like, go to my dad or my mom, like, did you hear about, oh my God, like this part of da-da-da. And they're like, okay. And I'm like,
well, that's why I bought the DVDs, is because I always wanted to do the special features and watch the outtakes and watch the deleted scenes and I was big into the commentary, so I'd watch the movie like 4 times in a row.
Oh, really?
And listening to the different commentaries. Mm-hmm. That's just I like it. I like doing that. That's why I'm into this industry. That
Yeah, it's always the behind the scenes stuff that really gets me. That I love.
Yeah, it's so weird that other people don't like it. I think it might be, and I'm not trying to bag or shit on anybody, but I think it's just because to them, they weren't into it in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So, like, they're treating it like a job, I guess. Yeah. Where we're treating it as, like, we're super hyped and excited to be there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like, there's been so many times where I've done something and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is my life right now. Like, what the fuck? Like, I worked American Idol recently, and it like not in audio, but as a PA, and I was with the judges crew, so like getting coffee for Lionel Richie and like stuff like that. And then there was one day Katy Perry was like walking down the hallway and she just started singing, and I was like dude, what the fuck? Like, and then there was like another time where I got to mic up Wayne Newton. Like,
oh, that's cool.
Wayne Newton. Like, that's most people's reaction would be like, okay, who's Wayne Newton?
Cares?
And I'm like, excuse you. Like, he is
Wayne
a
Newton's
Vegas
awesome.
legend. Like, and he was the sweetest man. Like, so sweet. Like, kindest. And his wife was super nice. Like, hi, like, nice to meet you. Like, what's your name? Like, I know you're not going to remember it, but but it was just very nice and sweet and, like, kind and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's really cool. I still haven't met him yet. And I drive by his, well, I guess I drive by his old property almost every week.
The one on, like, Sunset, right?
Yeah. My grandparents live over there, so, like, I'm always driving past it all the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's just, some people like it, some people don't. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, there's some people I know that work in this industry who haven't even watched like movies that you should watch, like Jaws or The Shining or something like that. Like, I don't.
Yeah, there's certain movies where you need to watch. I'm big into. Some reason I'm big into. Oh, not some reason, but A24 has been busting out some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm excited for some of their new shit that they have going on. Mm-hmm. I just found out that you can get you can like it's pretty cheap too, but you can buy their screenplays. Yeah,
one of my friends, he does that.
Really?
Yeah, he buys a lot of like the screenplays and stuff. He has like a book he gets, and then he makes them into like little books and stuff. But
they're I don't know if it's the same thing that we're talking about, but the books that you can get from A24, they're screenplays, but they're books, like they're hardcover and stuff like that. So like I definitely want to pick some of those up because they have like I forgot what they had. I forgot the movies that they had on there so far. But when I looked the last time, they had like 3 or 4 of them out. Mm-hmm. I think one of them was X.
I still need to see it. I want to see X.
And I saw X, but I didn't see the new one.
Pearl.
I didn't see that. I haven't seen that one yet.
I want to though.
X is really good.
That's what I keep hearing. I watched Bodies on the plane.
Yeah,
it was
I haven't
pretty
seen
good.
that one.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I got to sit down and watch all of them. Mm-hmm. I'm a big collector of DVDs. Mm-hmm. So like my loft, I have just like a corner of all of my DVDs that I collect. I think I need to make a stop at Zia.
Oh God. You have like the membership at Zia?
Oh yeah. I have the yearly membership that costs whatever. God.
Yeah. Yeah, always donating your bag to the charities.
I only do it if there's a dog one on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's fair.
Well, I mean, I don't ever take a bag, but if there's a dog one, I'm like, that one. If it's like some other one where they don't have an animal on it, then I go to the second one as like an animal. But if they don't have anything, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just throw it in whatever one is in there.
Whatever one. What's your favorite?
I don't even know what it does.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the 10 cents for the dogs. Cool.
But there's a dog on it, so I do.
And I want the sticker.
Yeah, exactly. So since you're a fan of, TV and movies and you watch it on your spare time, do you have any other extracurricular activities you like doing that's not work related? I mean, it can be work related, but I mean, something that helps with your... Something that helps with getting away from it a little bit.
I don't think so, honestly. I need a new hobby that's not watching movies or TV. Yeah.
You get into some, well, you're already into podcasts too.
Yeah.
Into some true crimes. Just like
me. I need more podcasts because I've already like run through my podcasts.
Oh, I can give you a list after this then.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not movie ones or true crime.
Yeah.
Are you into comedy?
Yeah.
Like comedians?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll give you a list then.
I just need something new.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get back which is really bad to say, get back into, but reading. I'm trying to read. Like one of my resolutions this year is to read more.
I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, but I don't like reading. So my wife takes care of that one.
Yeah,
I'm the movie person.
My Jay, my one of my best friends, like she poor, bless her soul, like she literally all the time is just like, read this book, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll start reading it, and then I get like halfway through it, and then I just forget about it. And most of the time they're her books, and she like comes into my house and sees them just sitting at the same spot for like a year. Yeah. And she's like, I'm just gonna take this back, and I'm like, no, don't. I'm gonna read it. I'm still in it. I'm still gonna read it. Like, come on. But she did recommend me this book recently that I have been reading because I'm forcing myself to read it.
What's that one?
It's called Beach Read. She's very much into like romance novels, which is really fun.
Okay.
I think this is like my first like romance novel that I've read, but it's not like smut. It's like cute, which I like because I'm not trying to read smut. Like,
yeah, watch that shit.
Right.
I don't want to read it.
Right. But no, it's a cute little like fun read. Like it's cute. Like boy meets girl.
It's kind of like It's kind of like try to get an example here. It's like, have you seen the movie Warm Bodies?
Yeah.
Okay, is it kind of like that?
Yeah, it's
okay.
like cute, like
it's
cute
like
little
that type
romance.
of romantic. Okay.
Yeah, just not about zombies, but yes.
Yeah, just not zombies, but yeah, the whole romance is there.
Yeah, like very cute.
Well, so since you don't have that many hobbies, I guess, what's your favorite thing you like to do while you're on set? Like, is there like give you an example, like every day you get into work, like, is your first step going to Crafty, grabbing something, or is your first set saying hi to all your audio guys, or production people, or is there like a ritual you do or something like that?
I want to say no, but I'm sure there probably is. I know that like my favorite pastime is to just fuck with the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I like pranking people.
Like I just like just go over and just like talk shit.
Yeah.
Because like I've worked with you guys for so like a year now, and it's like you guys know me by now that I'm just there to have fun. Like,
yeah, I'm
not there to just be a dick or whatever. Like,
yeah, I like pranking on set.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get past it, but there's some people that are actually cool with it, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pranking you all the time now.
Yeah, and then it's like, but know that you're gonna get it back. Like, yeah. There's one of the coordinators, Eric. I always fuck with him all the time, but he knows like he does it back too, and I love it. But like, he'll have like tape on his desk, and I'll literally walk up and go like this, and then just walk away, and he gets so he hates it so much. But like, yeah.
I give you a little heads up. If we get to see him again, you should get that roll of tape. But instead of doing that, just take it off the tip of it and just walk away with it in your hand, so it just goes all the way around.
No,
I know it's wasteful, but
that's just the thing. Is like funny. The thing with Eric is that like just little stuff like that irritates him.
Exactly.
But like I think that would just be too much. Like that would just send him over the edge, and he just would not be friends with me anymore. He'd be like, "No, I'm not working with her ever again. You want lunch? Fuck you."
I'll give it to you 2 hours later. How about
that? Oh, you wanted In-N-Out? Well, you're getting sushi, and I know you fucking hate sushi.
You're getting Arby's now.
Right. Arby's slaps, so.
Yeah, it does when you actually have the money for it. The shit's expensive as fuck.
Yeah. Like, I went there recently, and I was like, $7 for this?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
I'd rather go to Sonic. Sonic's expensive as shit, too, but dude, I like Sonic more.
Yeah. What is helping me with like all that is that I just don't go to fast food as much anymore because it's just so expensive.
Yeah, my wife and I she meal preps, and she'll make a couple for me while I'm not working, because they know that she knows that when I'm working, the production takes care of me for lunch. But yeah, we'll take our turns cooking dinner. because she knows, like, she likes fast food too, but it's fucking expensive as fuck now. So like we're trying to cut down and just eat at home now. So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, everything's getting expensive, but
yeah.
Do you happen to have any advice for someone that's trying to hop into this industry?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, I'm just kidding. I think my biggest advice would just be listen. Like, take in all the knowledge that you can from everyone. Because a lot of the times when it comes to, like, people on set, like, 80 to 90% of them have been doing it for a minute. And they have all this knowledge and stuff, and you can totally learn from them.
Yeah. And
it's just, I would say just listen and don't be a piece of shit. Like, it's not hard. It really isn't hard. And it's insane to me that so many people can be pieces of shit when it comes to being in this industry.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah.
Yeah. But you do realize, like, people who come in fresh and they're pieces of shit from the jump, they don't get jobs.
No, they don't go anywhere. Yeah, they kind of stay there or leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they become a body. Like, oh, we need 20 PAs. Call up fucking Joe Schmo. That's it. Like,
yeah.
You're not gonna go anywhere.
And that's for it's like a build day where they're like moving a set or some shit.
Yeah.
And then they don't get called in for the rest of it.
Yeah. And then they're like, hey, do you need help? No, we're good. Thanks. No, thanks. No. Yeah, it's just don't be shitty is my biggest thing.
Well, that's some pretty good advice then.
Yeah.
Simple.
To the point.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna end it on this one. You made a movie, yes?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I love it. I love yours straight into the point. You made a movie? Yeah.
Let's get into it.
So it started as a school project. I had to do like a 15-minute thing for school, and I had so much footage left that I just made it into the feature. But it's called Supernatural Surveyors, and it was me and 6 of my friends, and I took them to the old Washoe Club in Nevada, which is a haunted location, haunted depending on who you are. And 3 of them were skeptics and 3 of them were believers, and we just pretty much ghost hunted for 2 days, 2 nights, and yeah.
So were you there from start to end in there, or did you like work in? You did all the surveying at night and then went back home during the day and then came back?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was still a running like bar, so like we couldn't just like.
Oh, so it was still something in there still running.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like an old bar on the bottom, and then everything up is vacant.
Okay.
Yeah, but we just stayed there overnight, 2 nights, and it was the first night was actually a Friday to the 13th.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if that helped with like the spooks or whatever,
yeah.
But and then on the way back, COVID hit and everything started shutting down.
Yeah.
But
well, it sounds like you had some time to edit it then.
Yeah. Even though it took me almost 3 years to get the feature done, because a lot of things happened.
No, believe me, I when I was doing my short, we shot it in 3 days, and you know when I edited it? During COVID.
No.
And I shot it back in like 2018.
I mean,
or 17 or something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, it happens though, because it's like things happen. Like I went through so many things. Like I went through editors that low-key fucked me over, and like I went through trying to do it myself with like not the right equipment, and then still trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it, and then just being like, I don't want to fucking look at this shit anymore. Like,
yeah, you're getting straight tired with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I hear you. Do you are you able to? I think you just had your first screening, right? Or second, or
yeah. When was that? In August, I believe.
Back in August was your first one.
Yeah.
So, did you put it into any festivals or?
I did. Yeah, I put it into a couple festivals. It won a bunch in one festival, and then an audience award in the Silver State Festival.
Oh, that's cool.
And we're still waiting to hear back from the other ones because we like entered it, and then they were like, oh, well, it won't be till like next year you'll hear anything. So
yeah.
Well,
that's cool. Can is there somewhere that people can watch it yet, or
in April we're planning on dropping it. So yes, in April, that is my goal, is to drop it.
So 2 months away from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna looking forward to seeing that then.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
I'm ready for everybody to see, because the screening was closed. It was a closed screening.
Yeah.
So like only certain people came, like family and close friends and the cast and crew and stuff like that. But
yeah, I'm down to watch it when it comes out. And you said you're dropping it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can. Yeah, it's gonna be on April, so 2 months away. I was gonna say I can try to probably put a link down, but
yeah,
I mean I'll still probably share it.
Yeah, I mean I can give you all the links and stuff to Instagram and all that, and then I have a trailer I can give you and stuff.
Oh, so yeah. Let's just do that one. So, I mean, do you have anything else you'd like to promote out there, or?
I guess it would just be that, like, just keep an eye out for Supernatural Surveyors, because we want to make it into a feature, like not a feature, but into a show.
Into a show?
Yeah,
okay.
like a web series. And yeah,
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm ready to get spooked. I'm ready to find out if ghosts are real, because I am on the fence.
I appreciate you coming down here and helping me out and taking some time out of your day.
Of course.
That helped a lot. Yeah, I appreciate you coming.
Of course. Anything for you, Billy.